Spiritual Chuck here. I walked about 15 miles today over a 2 mile bridge and looked around for a place to lay my head until about 11. And I found a place behind a dumpster. This is what we're looking at. I don't know what you can see, but this is it. I decided today to go back north, to not go south, to not go to the Keys. And the reason I decided that is because there's been an obvious effort by the powers that be to stop people from being able to camp. And at least in these big cities, I walked through Fort Myers today, and there's just nowhere to camp. So I'm camping behind this dumpster. I found an RF level of about 25, which is good. But it's like, it's like, what's the point? Besides the fact that we're making a YouTube channel here about being a wandering guru, where destination is not that important. I listened to some of Lao Tzu's teachings from the Tao Te Ching tonight, and I remember after my spiritual awakening in the storage unit at 41 or 42, how peaceful I was, and it was okay to just go back to some old job, any old job. And really, it's okay to just walk down the highway, too, by myself, or it's okay to get a ride. And I just found myself getting too involved in this story, in this journey. It's like, or the destination. And it's like, really, instead of staying close to the spirit, which is essentially the most important thing, it's like staying close to the spirit, not running it off based on goals or destinations or ideas or trajectories or, it's like just being, as I'm doing. And it's kind of like, last night I kind of had an epiphany about the fact of how ridiculous it was to go through this down south, because there's obviously been such an attempt to manipulate men and what they can and can't do. It's just silly, it's just a silly thing to go into a city that's been manipulated to the point where the average man is not even welcome anymore. The landscape has been manipulated so that there's no place that you can find shelter from cell towers and RF radiation. And it's like, you think, well, it doesn't matter, if we get nuked or not. But it really does. It's like, it doesn't matter that you stand out in the freezing rain except that you'll freeze to death, and then your life will be over. So, I mean, when it's okay to freeze to death and it's okay not to freeze to death, then you'll probably go inside, you know. But either way, you know, if you're old and ready to die, you might stand there and freeze to death. But on the other hand, you might not. You might go inside. And the freedom to do either or is really the definition of enlightenment. And so my freedom to go south or to go north is, again, you know, like when it's okay to go and it's okay to stay. It's okay to go south, but it's okay not to. And looking at the circumstances and, you know, following my intuition, it's telling me, you know, not to walk through some of these towns, and it's not necessary to go down there per se. It's like there's nothing down there that I haven't already seen, and you know, even the beauty of Florida is like I don't know. It's like I've already seen it, I've already done it, and it's not necessary. Even though, you know, I said I was going to be on this journey, you know, or have this destination, you know, I've already been to the Bahamas, you know, so it's like, okay. So we're just gonna see what happens. Go with the flow. And probably flow up north a little bit. Right back up the highway I just came down. And see if that's okay. See what happens. You know, if it's okay, then it's okay. And I think it's okay. Either way. So, there you go. I'm a wandering guru. You know, and this total amazement, this total abundance, it doesn't matter which way I go. You know, I found a place to lay my head in the midst of a whole bunch of people that don't want me to lay my head. So it's kind of silly. All right, Spiritual Chuck out.